It was the trickster. He said Pat doesn't have a mink coat. She's got a good Republican cloth coat. That's all.
You're wrong, sweetie. It was Herbert Hoover.
I'm sorry, but I was there.
Well, if anything, you were all of 3 years old back then.
I still remember it, like it was yesterday.
And he said fur coat, not mink. I saw it on the Discovery disc.
You guys still battling it out?
That's what keeps our marriage alive and kicking, Ray. What can we do you for?
The works.
Coming right up. You know anything about politics, Ray? Famous quotes, things like that?
I try not to.
How about the Checker speech?
Never heard of it.
Well, Hoover's checker speech.
Nixon's Checker speech.
You're forgetting a lot, your old age.
Right behind you, lady.
You ever seen this girl around here? Maybe in the arcade?
Oh, yes! I saw her come out of the arcade yesterday.
No, it was the day before.
Maybe you saw her both days.
No, I'm positive. It was yesterday.
You're positively wrong. It was 2 days ago, sure as God made little green apples.
You're getting Alzheimer's, sweetie.
Okay, just forget it. You know where I could score some cheese? Like this stuff?
Boy, don't flash that around here.
He's the police, sweetie.
Besides, the kids today just as soon twist a knife in your backside as to ask Virginian for the tram home. Show that cheese around here, you become a marked man.
Who sells it?
Now, we aren't asking for any trouble, Ray.
I'm not working bunco, I just want some information.
That nutty broad who runs Kingston Kitchen. She's always bragging about her special ingredient.
That stew she makes, it always did taste a little gamey.
And she charges an arm and leg for it, too.
I found this wrapper.
Yeah, that's from one of our dogs.
Be good, you two.
Yeah, McCoy, stop flashing your cheese. There isn't actually anything we can interact with right now, but we will come back later. I'm not going to go into the Hall of Mirrors just yet. You will see why another time.
It's a killer, I kid you not. Only 35 thou. Yeah, red, orange, blue, puke green, any color you want. Just give me 24 to hose the graffiti off. Just kidding. Ask for the man, Crazy Legs Larry, Toodaloo. Admiring that bishy cat, ain't you? I don't blame you. It's a classic ride in a deluxe sport package. It'll push 125 without so much as a shake. Of course, you gotta find the road for it.
That's always the problem.
Crazy Legs, Larry Hirsch. Pleased to meet you.
Ray McCoy.
You can call me Crazy, you can call me Larry, you can even call me Crazy Legs Larry. But don't call me if you don't think a hot set of wheels ain't necessary.
Okay.
The Bishi's exceptional. Mechanical is Pacific Rim flawless, as usual. But they also save some of the classic styling of the old GM days.
Looks like a piece of work.
Forget those fibroplast Filipino heaps everyone's driving around. This is real. Just feast your eyes on this. You see it? You see it? That's actual chrome, the real stuff. They saved a couple hundred sheets of Tijuana chrome from before the war. It's completely legal and everything. Beautiful, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen it before.
And you probably won't ever see it again unless you steal this puppy. And honestly, no. Frankly, I gotta tell you, it's got your name written all over it. Ray McCovey.
McCoy.
Give it, take a couple letters.
I'll have to think about it.
But don't think too long or too hard about it, Roy. It's liable to be gonzo by the time you come back.
Gotcha.
So, Larry, why do they call you Crazy Legs?
How about this girl? She look familiar?
You kidding? She ain't old enough to drive.
You've never seen her?
She looks kind of familiar.
Think real hard.
Maybe you should try that arcade next door. She looks like the kind of girl you see there all the time.
I'll do that. I hope you got paperwork for all these vehicles.
Are we kids or what, Ray? You're talking to Crazy Legs Larry Hirsch here.
I take that as a yes.
You can take it any way you want. Just don't take it for a test drive in the 4th sector. Hey, keep your paws off that, Ray.
Sorry.
Select destination.
We have several photos that we need to check out, so let's head back to the police station.
Police station. Uploading personal clue database.
The mainframe confirmed what I'd already guessed. The car from Chinatown was the same vehicle that had smacked the hydrant at Runciter's. The car was registered to a man named Gavin Kelly, but he'd reported it stolen 2 months ago. His file came up clean. Model citizen, doctor, no criminal record. I was back to square one.
New clues added to personal database. Please check Kaya. Hawker's Circle.
Nice photo, McCoy. Oh, hello.
She looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
I believe that is all that we can get from this photo. And this photo can change depending on circumstances. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but
China Bar.
sometimes randomly a surprise character turns up.
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
So we can get a close-up of this gentleman here. I believe his name is Clovis. And I believe this is the woman in black, but nothing comes up when we close in on her face. But if we look at this corner just here,
Interesting. Give me a hard copy of that.
I do need to go back to Anemoid Row, so this is just another stop off.
Moon Bus.
Now these photos can be quite deceptive, as you can see here there's a yellow light. Sometimes it does not always show the full photo.
That's damn strange. Give me a hard copy of that. That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yeah, he really does get around. And this looks like Sadiq.
Give me a hard copy of that.
And who is this stranger?
That's not me. Give me a hard copy of that.
Oh dear. Now, what does this mean? Now, I'm going to try to find Guza.
Ground floor.
If he's not here, it's not important. I can return later. No, he's not. But I can show you this.
We get a new weapons shipment?
It's the same evidence that we collected before, but that's another way of obtaining it. Sometimes you see Guza walking down this way. Hello, Gregorian. I believe you have some friends you need to tell us about.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I don't know them.
Were they together?
They seem to be. I saw them talking.
Before or after the explosion?
Before. I didn't see them at all after. That's all I know, I swear. I wouldn't even know where to find explosives. I'm not a violent man.
Of course you aren't. You just want to let replicants walk the streets.
They're not killers, detective. They're innocents. They just want to live a decent, productive life like you or me.
It's that simple, huh? I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit. What else do you guys do besides wave signs and get arrested?
We're peaceful people, detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad, a way for the slaves to escape cruelty and find freedom.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, detective. We have resources. Friends with access to vehicles, to escape routes. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk. I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care...
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down.
Apparently this is meant to be some kind of tutorial for the void count testing. And I believe that if you do the VK test on Runciter, you are not able to do the VK test on Gregorian.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. What do you do for a living?
I teach political science.
What's your name?
Spencer Gregorian. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I'm not going to ask you anything incriminating.
This is one that has always been quite tricky for me, but I will still try.
Are you taking any drugs?
No. How does your machine work? Is it a lie detector?
Not exactly. Your verbal responses aren't what's important. Why? You got something to hide, Spencer?
Absolutely not.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
Patient, brave, loving.
You have a little boy. He shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar.
I take him to a psychiatrist.
You see a documentary about 20th century tuna boats. At the end, you feel like taking up fishing.
Ridiculous.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
Appropriate. For a killer.
What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
Horrible. Frightening.
Why?
They're hunted creatures. Anyone can gun them down without consequence. I'd say that's frightening, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You return from work to find that your home has been burglarized.
I'd call the police.
A teacher calls you stupid in front of the rest of the class.
I try to do better next time.
Your best friend has done something to make you angry.
I wouldn't keep it bottled up inside. I'd tell her what was bothering me.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd call the school.
Test terminated.
Okay. Well, to spoil things slightly, Gregorian is always human. But I've always found it quite tricky for the test to determine that. We are going to return to the police station. Let's head down to Anemoid Row.
Select destination, Anemoid Row.
There's quite a bit to do here. We have a scale. We need to find out about this jewellery. We need to speak to Kingston Kitchens and get this disc from the camera at the bar. So we need to determine whether this is a fish or a snake scale. And this person disappeared while I was talking. Come back here. There we go.
Is this scale from a fish?
Same as other one. Not fish. Snake scale.
What other one?
Other police show me scale from same snake. I send him to Abdul Hassan.
How could you tell I was police?
Both of you walking around look confused, like you in wrong place.
Oh, the scorpions have gone.
Any luck finding more of that dragonfly jewelry?
Ah, see, I was right. Piece you show me was part of a collection bought for a nightclub in 4th sector.
You know the name of the nightclub owner?
No, senor. But my friend, he says the man is not selling.
Thanks for your help. What happened to your scorpions?
Sold. New shipment next week, if you like one.
Someone bought all of them?
See, a beautiful lady.
A beautiful lady who needed 100 scorpions?
What people like to do with them, I do not ask. It's much better to mind my own business.
Gotcha. How's business?
Good, very good. Holidays coming soon. Everyone wants insects.
Yeah, I can't imagine a better stocking stuffer. This your work?
Oh, you're a policeman.
That's right, McCoy, LPD.
I told the last detective I sold the snake to Taffy Lewis.
The last detective?
His name was Deckard.
Damn.
What's the problem, Noble One?
I think I've been following up on someone else's case. How's business?
Well enough, Noble One, to keep a humble merchant in bread and water. So few people realize what a bargain these lovely serpents are.
It seems like our next port of call should be the nightclub area.
Locked. Mia and Murray tell me you're using cheese in your stew. Real cheese.
Them old buzzards. What they know?
I could take a sample of that stew you're cooking back to the lab and have it tested.
Why you pick on Mama Isabella? I never do you no harm.
Where'd you get it?
My sister, she got connections.
Where can I find her?
She back in Jamaica, man. Far away from here. She send me cheese once, maybe twice a month. You know, funny thing you asking about the cheese. Last week, this ugly little man he run by, grab whole box of empty takeout cartons right off the counter. Police next door, they just laugh. Say the guy not be so happy when he opened them cartons.
What's that have to do with the cheese?
Cheese hidden in that box, man. Keeping it safe till I cook up a new batch. So how could I tell police to bring back box? They find cheese, they shut me down.
This guy who robbed you, what'd he look like?
Short, real short. Bad clothes, colors way too bright. Funny bow tie. Maybe you look for this ugly little thief, yeah? I'm thinking you not really care about the cheese.
You're right, but I still think you ought to get yourself a different secret ingredient.
You bet, man. That cheese been nothing but trouble for Mama Isabella.
I think that we need to pay a visit to see Gordo, the notorious cheese thief.
You got any discs from that camera?
I just serve drinks, pal. But if you're gonna sit there until I cough it up, well, here it is.
Select destination. Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. China bar.
Oh, hello.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
So, Izo was taking a photograph of his friends, and this looks like a familiar body type.
Guza? Give me a hard copy of that.
Well, Guza is talking to a policeman, so that could mean anything, really. And I've not seen it in this playthrough, but I have witnessed Guza walking around that area before now. So that is no surprise to me that he is there. I'm going to try one last time.
I found Holden's badge.
Damn. Let me guess, you found it in that hotel down in Chinatown.
Yeah, someone from the department had already been through the room. I guess they just missed it.
That's the old-timers case. The one we brought back on contract. Brian's got faith in this guy, but I gotta wonder about any son of a bitch who can miss a badge in a room that small. This Deckard, he feels too much, you know? He's too far along the curve.
Did he retire the rep who shot Holden?
Brian said he did, yeah. I guess he's getting the job done. Holden will be glad to get this back, kid. You done good.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Alright, we are done here for the moment. I think that I'm going to go and find Gordo and see what he has to say for himself.
Select destination. Nightclub Row.